Hi, Stoa friend. Do you ever feel trapped in a vortex of hatred and conflict? Don't worry, because in this video, we're going to explore the world of ancient philosophy that might change the way you view negative emotions. Say hello to Stoicism and resentment, overcoming adverse emotions with wisdom. Together, we will explore Stoic principles that not only create inner peace, but also empower us to deal with conflict in a wiser way. So, let's find balance in life together and overcome resentment with wisdom. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments below after watching this video. Resentment and Stoicism, using wisdom to overcome negative feelings. The philosophy of Stoicism, born in the 3rd century BC in Athens, is not only a system of thought, but also a way of life that teaches wisdom, self-control, and acceptance of the universe. One of the most profound aspects of Stoicism is how they view and deal with harmful emotions, including hatred. In Stoicism, hatred is considered a harmful emotion that should be avoided. The principles of Stoicism emphasize emotional control and the understanding that detrimental emotions can be detrimental to one's mental and spiritual well-being. Some aspects of Stoicism's view on hatred include emotion control, a key pillar of Stoicism. The main pillar of Stoicism is emotional control. They believe that the ability to control emotional reactions is the key to happiness and inner peace. Hatred, as one of the detrimental emotions, was considered a challenge to overcome. Stoics believed that allowing oneself to be ruled by hatred would undermine psychological balance and rationality. Acceptance of human limitations. Stoicism instills an understanding of human limitations. It views that resentment towards people or situations may arise from not understanding or agreeing with realities that cannot be changed. A Stoic is empowered by wisdom to accept things that cannot be changed and seek better solutions rather than dwelling on negative emotions. If one feels resentment towards something or someone, a Stoic would suggest changing their attitude towards it or accepting that resentment itself cannot change the situation. Focus on the controllable. One of the key concepts of Stoicism is to focus on things that can be controlled. Resentment often arises when a person feels frustrated or angry about something that is beyond their control. Stoics advocate shifting attention to things we can control, such as personal attitudes and actions, rather than allowing negative emotions to affect mental states. Development of positive traits. Stoicism encourages replacing resentment with positive traits. Generosity, fairness, and tolerance are considered better ways to deal with conflict or disagreement. By developing these traits, one can achieve more lasting happiness than when trapped in a cycle of hatred. Resentment and the uncertainty of life. Stoicism teaches that life is full of uncertainties, and resentment of this reality will only add to suffering. Instead, Stoicism stimulates reflection on the limitations and uncertainties of life, thus preparing oneself to accept things with a cool head. Conclusion: overcoming resentment with the wisdom of Stoicism. In the view of Stoicism, hatred is not a wise reaction to conflict or disagreement. Through the control of emotions, acceptance of human limitations, focus on the controllable development of positive traits and understanding of life's uncertainties. Stoicism provides a powerful and practical view on how we can overcome resentment in our daily lives. By adopting these principles, we can direct our energy in a more constructive direction, creating a more peaceful and meaningful life. It is important to remember that Stoicism's views on emotions, including hatred, should be understood as part of the effort to achieve happiness and virtue. They are not meant to suppress emotions or become ignorant of reality, but to develop a wiser and more balanced outlook on life. Case study: Overcoming Resentment with the Wisdom of Stoicism. Achieving inner peace in conflict. As a busy young professional in the corporate world, Jessica often found herself involved in conflict situations with co-workers. One of the most troubling conflicts was the tension between her and a teammate, Sarah, who had a different approach to work. Not only was there a difference of opinion, but their relationship became increasingly strained, and resentment began to grow. The context of Stoicism. Feeling the need to find a better way to manage her emotions, Jessica began exploring the philosophy of Stoicism. Discovering principles such as emotional restraint, focus on the controllable, and acceptance of human limitations, Jessica felt that Stoicism could provide wise guidance in dealing with conflict and hatred. Emotion control. Through introspection, Jessica realized that her resentment towards Sarah only made her more stressed and unhappy. Using Stoicism's principle of emotional control, Jessica began to observe and control her emotional reactions to Sarah's actions or words. This is the first step to creating space for further reflection. Focus on the controllable. Jessica understands that many aspects of the working relationship cannot be changed, but what can be controlled is the way she responds and acts. Stoicism teaches that focusing on personal attitudes and actions is key to avoiding getting caught up in unproductive resentment. Acceptance and human limitations. Stoicism helps Jessica to accept that disagreements are a natural part of working in a team. Recognizing human limitations, Alex began to see conflict as an opportunity for personal and professional growth, rather than a source of resentment. Positive trait development. Based on the teachings of Stoicism, Jessica decided to replace resentment with positive traits. Starting by making space for understanding, wisdom, and tolerance, Jessica felt a change in herself, which also affected the dynamics of team relationships. Results: inner peace and team harmony. By applying the principles of Stoicism, Jessica and Sarah began to find common ground. Through open communication and respect for differences, they managed to overcome conflict and build a healthier relationship. Resentment slowly disappeared, replaced by respect for each other. Conclusion: this case study shows that applying the principles of Stoicism can help one overcome resentment and conflict in a work environment. By understanding human limitations, focusing on the controllable, and developing positive traits, Jessica managed to achieve inner peace and improve team relationships. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, but also a practical guide to achieving emotional balance and wisdom in the face of life's challenges. To receive exclusive content, like and subscribe to our posts. This will ensure that you are the first to see our most recent changes. Together, let's go off on this adventure.